Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Lisa Barnes with Summer of the Arts. It's that time of year.
It is.
Before we know it, we're going to be hip deep in all the summer activities.
We actually kick things off on May 12th. So, yeah, coming up very quickly with our first Friday night concert. But first, I want to talk about the BYO Arts Festival. It's the 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary, and this is hot off the presses. You are just releasing the lineup this week. So, let's start there, and then we'll kind of work back into the Friday night concert series.
Sounds great. So, a couple of changes that we've made this year with our programming, and this is both the Arts Fest and the Jazz Fest, is that our headliners are always going to be at 8 o'clock rather than 9. We have found that, like some of our staff, myself included, our audience is a little bit older sometimes, and we kind of like that little bit earlier time slot. 8 o'clock is manageable. 9 o'clock, especially people traveling, it gets to be a little bit later than usual. And we've done this for several years, obviously, with Jazz Fest on Saturday night with the fireworks afterwards, but Arts Fest has changed. The other things with Arts Fest is it is the 40th anniversary. We're going to have more street performers this year. We're really excited about that. We are incorporating some youth performances in conjunction with United Action for Youth. We did this last year at the Soul and Blues Festival, and we're excited to bring that to Arts Fest this year. But now let's get to the main stage. We have some amazing local and regional performers, as well as a headliner that we had, I think, about 12 years ago, who I'm really excited to bring back. So Friday night, 6 o'clock, things kick off with the Funktastic Five. Group out of the Quad Cities. We had them last year at the Friday Night Concert Series. The only concert all year that had to move to the rain location. It was our final one, which was sad. But they are absolutely amazing. Followed by Diplomats of Solid Sound. You're a little bit familiar with that one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're going to be bookending the summer, too, because we've got them for
Jazz Under Stars.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So it's going to be a big Diplomat summer.
They are so good. So we're excited. And then on Saturday, our main stage actually kicks off at 11 o'clock this year with the Iowa City Community Band. And this used to be our regular Saturday morning kickoff. Haven't had them in several years. We have a slightly different stage. Can't fit 60 people on it. So we came to a compromise. They're going to have percussion up on the stage and everybody else in front of the stage. So that'll be a lot of fun, and chances are you'll know somebody in the group because it's a huge group. Following that at 12:30 is going to be Beaker Brothers. We actually had them scheduled in 2020, and they did play for us virtually. So if you want to check them out, go to the Summer of the Arts YouTube channel. You can check out Beaker Brothers. We have a new group that we haven't booked before called Casual Disasters at 2 o'clock on Saturday. They're a local Iowa City group, trio. And then at 4 o'clock, another group out of the Quad Cities, Heads in Motion. This was one of our favorite Friday night concerts last year. It's a Talking Heads tribute band, and they are so much fun. I didn't remember how much I really liked the Talking Heads until I saw this performance. At 6 o'clock, we're bringing a group from Madison, Wisconsin, Natty Nation, reggae. So we're very excited about that. Going from Talking Heads to reggae. Look at it this way. It's going to be a fun party. And then our headliner, who we had many years ago, Alejandro Escovedo. And I don't know if you were at that one, Dennis. I think it was 2011 or something. And he is an amazingly talented guitar player. And we're very excited to be bringing him back. So that's 8 o'clock then.
And out of the first family of the musical Escovedos, sister is Sheila E.
Yep.
Dad is...
I always forget that for some reason.
Pete. Although, wait a second. Okay, nope, I'm sorry, because I was Googling this because I couldn't remember. No, he is Pete Escovedo's brother.
Okay.
Which makes him Sheila E.'s uncle.
Okay.
But anyway, hugely talented. If you think about Sheila E., who was had hits of her own, but was a huge part of Prince's band. Pete Escovedo, this family has been huge in the music biz for more than 60 years.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a rockin' night. And then on Sunday on the main stage, a local performer at 11 o'clock, Charlotte Blue. She actually appeared on The Voice a few years ago. Extremely talented young woman. Followed at 12:30, I am not sure about this name. I'm going to say Brazilian Nights, but with our friend Ed East. He is putting together a trio, which should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a smaller salsa trio thing than the full Orquesta Alta Maiz.
Yes.
And of course, we just had Ed and his buddies at Taste of Jazz last week, and they are sounding as good as they ever have.
And of course, they are going to be at Jazz Fest this year.
And they are also, Orquesta is also going to be at Jazz Fest. So if you missed them at Taste, you'll have a chance this summer.
Yes. And at 2:30, then, our headliner on Sunday is a group called Swampland Jewels. And it's made up of a lot of very well-known musicians in the Iowa City area. I love their bio. Let the Swampland Jewels take you on a trip down Old Highway 61 and across Route 90 through Southwest Louisiana and into East Texas. So that's going to be a really fun Sunday with the main stage. And we are in the process of finalizing the performers for the Pedmal stage. Again, Saturday will be in conjunction with ABC's Arts, Books, and Children, which is produced by the Iowa City Public Library. Sunday has become Sunday Fun Day, where we'll have activity booths and a wide variety of performers, including one of our favorites, Quad City Ballet Folklorico. They performed with us for many, many years, and we love having the cultural aspect, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
So that's Arts Fest, 40th anniversary of the Iowa Arts Festival. And, always the first weekend in June, but say the dates.
Yes, June 2nd through the 4th.
And now we'll back up a couple of weeks because coming up in just the next few days is going to be the first Friday night concert. I can't believe that it's Friday night concert time
I know.
already.
Fingers crossed for no 52-degree weather.
Yeah, or winds blowing 40 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
Which is
yes.
what it's like the day we're taping this.
Yes, very true. So, yes, we're kicking things off on May 12th with the Iowa Steel Band. We had them last year. It's graduation weekend at the University of Iowa, and they will be performing from 6:30 to 8 on the Iowa City Pedmal. And then the following week, on the 19th, is when we have our local high school jazz bands. So we'll have bands from West City and Liberty. This year, we're changing the hours on both the Friday night concert series and Northside concerts to 6:30 to 9. However, the exceptions are these first two Friday nights. So the 19th will go until 9:30 since we have 3 bands. We want to make sure that they all have plenty of time because there's so much talent. Obviously, you're very familiar with these groups, and we're always excited to have them. And I'm not going to go through the full schedule because we actually expanded to 18 weeks this year.
Oh my gosh. Tell you what, why don't you hit about the first 4?
Okay.
Just get us through the end of May and the first couple of weeks in June. Whet our appetite.
Yeah. The 26th, we're having Annie Savage with the Savage Hearts, and she's bringing her Liberty High MCs and free strings. So these are some of the students that Andy works with at Liberty High School. June 9th, following Arts Fest, BYO Brass, another great group. And then the 16th, we're partnering with the Think Iowa City, City of Iowa City, and Johnson County on a Juneteenth celebration. We are bringing in Isaac Jordan, who is a performer that was at the Pride Festival last year. He'll be opening at 6 o'clock. Then there's going to be a fashion show. Headliner is yet to be announced, so that'll be a fun night. And then I have to add June 23rd because this is somebody else you're familiar with, Kid Logic. Is going to be playing with Saul Luberoff.
Featuring our very own Saul Luberoff and everyone doing the really cool jazz fusion out of the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, and they performed last year at Jazz Fest, so we're excited to have them at Friday night concerts. And I do just have a couple things that I want to mention because we've got some old favorites coming back as usual. Beaker Brothers, Winterland are going to be there. Jordan Sellergren's going to be there. But we also, a couple of our favorites from last year, the Ave Growe Band is going to be performing on July 14th, blues group out of the Quad Cities. And because we have to make sure that she plays like every single festival that we produce, although we haven't had her at Jazz yet, on September 15th, we're going to have the Ivy Ford Band back.
Oh, nice.
And they played at Soul and Blues 2 years ago. Last year, they were at the Arts Fest. This year, we're bringing her in from Chicago to play the Friday night concert series. And as I mentioned, we are actually going through September 22nd. So we have extended the Friday night concert series this year.
So a lot of information. We haven't even talked about Jazz Fest. So although we have announced the lineup here on KCCK, and you've got that out on the website. But come back in a few weeks and we'll talk Jazz Fest in particular. But in the meantime, just remember that the Friday night concert series gears up on the 12th. So coming right up. And then Iowa Arts Fest, 40th anniversary, first weekend in June.
Yep.
Of course, people can come to your website if they would like all this information, and that is
summerofthearts.org.
Lisa Barnes from Summer of the Arts. Lisa, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:30 or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture or using your favorite podcast player. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.